Yo, what's going on, people? This is Shok. For those of you who may not have heard the news yet, Iwata has become the new CEO of Nintendo of America, and this is huge news because this is pretty much going to impact everything. You know, us Western games out here in America, things aren't going to be the same. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is this for the, for the better or for the worse? I'm going to explain some reasons why someone could say this is a bad thing, and I'm going to go through some reasons why some people say it's a bad thing. But before I get started, I just want to say this. I like Iwata. I like him as a person. I think he's charismatic. I think he's a humble, just chill dude. I don't think he has, I don't think he has his head, pumped or whatever. He's not cocky or anything like that, like you see with a lot of CEOs of whatever company, these days. I like him as a person. Now, as a businessman, sometimes it's a different story. Because while I think he does a great job, with the Japanese audience, sometimes I think that he doesn't fully understand the Western culture and Western gamers. See what I'm saying? And that's kind of my first point right there. That's one reason why I would say that this is a bad thing. Because for those who don't know, the previous, I forgot what his name was, the previous CEO of Nintendo, him along with one of his colleagues, I think the other person had a pretty much similar position or whatever, like the two tops of Nintendo America, they're retiring, and Iwata is pretty much taking their place. Don't worry about Reggie. Reggie is still, president of Nintendo of America and whatnot, and COO, so Reggie's not losing his job or anything like that. But pretty much the two heads of Nintendo of America are retiring, and Iwata is taking their places. Forgot to mention that in the beginning of the video. But yeah, I don't think Iwata fully understands, the Western gamer and, the Western market. For instance, when he does like these Nintendo Directs, you guys know when they do like a Nintendo Direct that's for Japan, whatever, it's all, like quirky and, Japanish, I guess you could say. Well, when he's, when he's doing a Western Direct, for the American audience, whatever, he's still, pretty much the same way. You see what I'm saying? And while a lot of Nintendo fans, we don't mind the whole Japanese thing. I mean, I personally don't mind it, but I know a lot of people that do. For instance, let's say some random gamer, he's watching a Nintendo Direct. He's not like, he doesn't go ham for Nintendo or whatever, but he generally, likes it. He likes it. He's been thinking about getting the Wii or whatever, and he watches a Nintendo Direct, and Iwata's on there acting all, Japanese and, weird and everything. You see what I'm saying? Like, that can really turn people off. You see what I mean? So, like I said, Iwata handles things in Japan great, just fine. Japanese Nintendo gamers are, they get the best shit. You see what I'm saying? They're the most fortunate Nintendo gamers. But when it comes to the West, I don't think Iwata understands the marketing. I don't think he understands the audience. I don't think he understands the Western culture that much. Now, that's not to say he can't learn, but that's just how I feel as of right now. Now, here's one thing, though, that could possibly compensate for that or make up for it. Because, see, the fact that those two people at the top of Nintendo America are retiring, now Reggie can report directly to Iwata. You see what I'm saying? Because originally, Reggie would have to go through those two heads of Nintendo America to try to get to Iwata. But now that Iwata is taking over their positions, Reggie could talk directly to Iwata, which means that he could directly influence him, give him suggestions, advice, things of that nature. See what I'm saying? So hopefully Reggie will be there, and he can hopefully, help Iwata, understand the Western gamer, the Western culture, how he should properly, handle, the advertisement, Nintendo Directs. Maybe he could ask for, maybe Reggie could ask to handle the, North America, or, Europe for that matter too, Nintendo Directs and things of that nature. I remember Levelhead did a video on this before, and he was like, let Iwata do the Japanese Directs, let Reggie do the American Directs, and then I forgot the president of Europe, Nintendo of Europe, I forgot his name, but let him, do the European Directs. I think that'll be a great idea, because who would know better, of their respective audiences than the presidents of those regions. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much my main concern. I just don't think Iwata understands, the Western game, Western culture, things of that nature. Now, how this could be a good thing. This could mean, I mean, Nintendo has already been doing a better job of this, localizing games and whatnot. But this could also mean that we're going to get, games localized, no questions asked. Hopefully, Iwata will be able to, help bring over those Japanese games that stay in Japan, over here to the West. And not only that, but get them out, in a timely manner. You see what I'm saying? Because if, he's, talking to some Nintendo of America dudes, and they're like, hey, we have a lot of gamers out here in America, asking for this game. We need to make sure that this comes out, in the West too. Maybe Iwata could push it so that not only do we get the game localized out here, but we get it, at least in the same month as, as Japan. I can't speak right now. Sorry. You see what I'm saying? So we might get even localized Japanese games like at the same time that Japan gets them. So hopefully that could also mean that, better correlation between Japanese releases, in the Western market. You see what I'm saying? So that's also another benefit. So that's pretty much my main reason why I say it's a bad thing, and that's my main reason why I would say it's a good thing. But in general, do I think it's bad or do I think it's good? I don't think it's a horrific thing. I don't think it's a Nintendo of America is, doomed kind of thing. But I would go ahead and say that I think this is a little bit just kind of, on the bad side of things. Like I said, just the whole, he doesn't understand, the Western market, things of that nature. And, and not to sound like a Nintendo hater, but, you guys know I'm not that, but facts are facts. He said he was going to learn from the 3DS's launch mistakes. The Wii U came out, repeated the same mistake. You see what I'm saying? So I just don't think Iwata. He's, like I say, he's a great person. I respect him as a person, but as a CEO, he f's up a lot. And yeah, all CEOs f up, but he f's up a lot. So that's how I feel, guys. It's really just a hard, kind of situation to try to, balance the, the pros and the cons, things of that nature. But let me know what you guys think down below. That's this video. I'll see you fools later.